When Andy Bryant walks through the doors at Intel, he moves without an entourage. It's a glimpse of his humble personality.
I view myself as one of the guys. So when any three people walk in, to me, we're just four of us trying to solve a problem. And nobody's ego should be on the line. It's just four of us trying to solve a problem. Of course, they look at it as we're here with a big guy, and we better, be on our A game, or we're going to look stupid. And that's not the way I approach it at all.
But you can't blame them. Bryant is not only the current chairman of the board at Intel, he's also the former chief financial officer and chief administrative officer.
That was back in the day.
He joined the company in 1981. Over the past 38 years, he's seen more than a few changes here.
Yes, this is one of the new things we put in, which is a little more modern than the traditional cafeteria.
Bryant grew up in Missouri. His father died when he was just 11. It left the family broke and scrambling for years.
When I was senior in high school, after basketball season, I took a job night shift at a factory with another guy. So we split the shift. One of us did 4 hours, I did 4 hours, but we needed the income. It's not like we were wealthy people. And so I would work the 11 to 3 shift, try to sleep before that, then sleep a little bit after. Then I'd go to school. And those are just, you do the things you need to do.
He believes that Midwest work habit helped propel his career.
There's no option of sitting on the couch.
Right, there's no option of sitting on the couch. There's, if you don't take care of yourself, you're not going to get taken care of.
At the University of Kansas, Andy Bryant took a class that would shape the rest of his life: capital budgeting.
I was an economics undergrad, so what it came down to was the equations of what made sense and why and how to make it work is what I found in that particular class. And I just loved it.
His first job after college was at the Ford Motor Company, where Lee Iacocca was running the show and capital budgeting was front and center.
At Ford, where we were designing future cars. And so you had to run complex equations. For example, if I change a part out and make it plastic instead of steel, it's lighter for emissions. On the other hand, it costs more. And what's the trade-off? Now, it also means to stamp plastics, I need more tools, so more capital. So you have this equation between all the different things you're trying to solve, and you get to be a participant in driving a decision to get the optimum answer. And that's what capital budgeting is all about.
Eventually, he left the auto industry and took what he thought would be a brief job at Intel.
And my goal was gain some skills, get better at some things. I really wanted to get out of finance and go run a business. And what really has happened is at Intel, you're always challenged. You're working with some of the best and the brightest people. You're competing against some of the best and brightest people. And so you come to work every day with a challenge.
He found himself intrigued and not able to leave. In the 1980s, Intel was a microprocessor company working to make chips faster for the developing computer industry. All these years later, Bryant and Intel are back in the auto business as data use explodes around the world. Bryant is betting that self-driving cars will be a reality that arrives soon. Intel bought the firm Mobileye to get a foothold in the space.
They have probably more data than anybody else who's trying to be in the business. So that means they know more about roads, they know more about current conditions. So if you're driving out here and they're working on Highway 26, somebody knows that, whose car is driven by that has Mobileye technology in it. We can put it into the database and then instantly you know that. Google does that to a level. We think we can do it more precise and better than what they have done. Now, they would disagree, by the way, so we don't need to start a pissing contest. Yeah. But the bottom line is we see all the data explosion.
And what people and machines using data need are super fast chips and super smart people.
And then we lose.
It's why Bryant is still so passionate about the work. He gets to help invent the future. He spends a good deal of time at Intel's Hillsboro campus and even more at the company's California property. But Oregon is his home. He loves it here.
You'd form communities and they become lifelong friends. And, so my wife recently broke her ankle. It's amazing how many people say, you need a meal? Andy, you need to go to work this afternoon. We can come over and make sure everything's okay. Those are the types of things that wouldn't necessarily happen other places.
Andy Bryant long ago achieved financial security, but he's never forgotten what it felt like to struggle, which is why he and his wife Nancy are generous donors to many causes.
Nancy and I still have that philosophy. You take care of the family, you take care of the community. You do have to give back. Do I want people to say, oh, because Andy and Nancy give back, we don't have to work? No, but we need to improve things. So we invest in education, we invest in healthcare, and we believe in making the community better. We're part of the community. Morning.
Andy Bryant's time at Intel is nearing an end. He expects to step down from the board sometime next year. It has been a wonderful ride.
Always had a challenge, always had the ability to come to work and say, I can make it better, I can make a difference, and that's what I'm going to do today. And so yes, I can't imagine a better place for me to have worked.